Mercedes has an SUV for everyone. Back in the 1990s, they introduced the M-Class, built in Alabama. They later brought out the GL-Class, and in 2010, they introduced the GLK. Well, this is the first major renovation of the GLK since then, and for the 2013 model year, it has a new interior and a new drivetrain option that we've just driven. I'm Marty Padgett for High Gear Media, and today we're going to tell you about the 2013 GLK class with a new 2.2-liter turbo diesel engine.
To test drive the new GLK, we came to La Clusaz, a beautiful little Alpine town in France, wedged between Switzerland and Italy. You could practically hear the cowbells, you could practically smell the butter churning. It's a great little place to test the GLK because in Europe it's used mostly as a ski weekend vehicle. Of course, in the US, it's used as an image vehicle, kind of a crossover competitor for the likes of the Volvo XC60 and the Audi Q5. Now this year the GLK gets a front end that brings it more in line with Mercedes' car lineup. The double-bar grille, a bigger Mercedes emblem, and big headlamps with some LED highlights. Now, as before, Mercedes will offer some styling packages, including an AMG styling package that has LED daytime running lamps, 20-inch AMG 5-spoke wheels, and aluminum roof rails. And inside it'll have its own trim package that includes metallic dash trim.
So while the styling changes aren't that dramatic this year with the GLK, the powertrain and other mechanical changes are. First things first, the V6 engine is now the same one that's used in the E-Class. It's direct injected, it's 3.5 liters of displacement, which is the same as the last engine, only this time instead of 268 horsepower, it's putting out 302 horsepower. The automatic is 7-speed, and they've moved the shift lever for the 7-speed automatic from the console to shift paddles behind the steering wheel. The shift lever itself is behind the steering wheel too, so there's extra storage space inside.
Now, for the first time, the GLK will offer a turbo diesel engine in the US. The 2.1-liter turbo diesel 4 will have 190 horsepower, but with 369 pound-feet of torque, Mercedes says it should go from 0 to 60 in 8 seconds, about a second and a half slower than the gas version. Now, fuel economy hasn't been estimated yet, but we're betting it'll get more than 30 miles per gallon on the highway.
One of the things Mercedes wanted to address with this redesign of the GLK was the interior. The GLK has always been a little bit more SUV-like than some of the crossovers in the class. The Audi Q5, the Volvo XC60 are softer, richer-looking vehicles. The Mercedes is more SUV, more rugged. Still, with the new interior, the GLK has made a definite step forward. The materials are nicer, there's more soft-touch plastic on the dash, and again, for moving the shift lever from the console up to the steering column, you get more storage space inside.
Now, once you've paired your smartphone, you'll be able to do a variety of searches through the new connectivity package. A Google local search, you'll be able to find information on weather, news, you'll even be able to update your Facebook status. Now, some users will like that, of course, and some won't. Now, while all GLKs can handle a moderate amount of off-roading, and while it's a descendant of the G-Class, it really isn't envisioned as a hardcore off-roader. Muddy trails are no problem, and there's actually a difference between diesels and gas versions. On gasoline versions in the US, you can have the choice of buying a rear-wheel drive GLK. The diesel versions, we're told, will only come with all-wheel drive. Now, along with all the other updates this year, the GLK also gets some changes to its suspension and its steering. The most notable is the addition of electric power steering. The old system was hydraulic, and frankly we thought it was pretty good, but electric steering helps the GLK get better fuel economy. What it also does is enables active park assist. With a special option package, the GLK will take over the steering when you're trying to navigate into a parallel parking spot. All you have to do is operate the gas and the brake. Now, the steering does have a lighter feel overall now, and it's a little more in tune with the other vehicles in the class. Vehicles like the Volvo XC60 and the Audi Q5. It's definitely lighter than before, a little less SUV-like, but we still think the GLK has some of the best ride handling in the class.
There's a slew of other technology incorporated into the new GLK. Number one is Echo Stop Start. It's a function that turns off the engine to save fuel at longer pauses and stoplights. It's standard on both the diesel and the gas engine. There's also new safety features, including lane keeping assist, which actually nudges the car back into the lane if it senses that you've drifted a little bit over the lines. The GLK also has more luxury features. There's a vinyl upholstery that's standard, but leather is an option. There's also a power tailgate offered. Now, the gas-powered GLK goes on sale in the U.S. in August. The diesel, you'll have to wait until the first quarter of 2013. I'm Marty Padgett for High Gear Media. Thanks for joining us.